ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Hello again, guys. Velcro Zippers here. I've been playing this title for a little bit now, and it's really fun, and I wanted to, hear your opinions on it too. A lot of people have been having a hard time, starting it up, but I figure I could help out, lend some tips. I've gotten pretty well developed with the game now, so let's go ahead and start a series up, and hopefully you enjoy. It's going to be the Darkest Zippers. So this is a turn-based strategy game. Go ahead and let the intros roll for you. Some really nice animation.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So cool. There's a lot of neat little graphical details you'll love. It's a 2D planescape. Basically, you delve the dungeons, and as you saw from the video, you have to restore honor to your family's sake. Your name is to abolish these damnable demons. And yeah, I've heard that a lot of people have difficulty with this game. It is a very difficult game. So I'm going to offer some tips, some advice, some really good combinations in battle. Basically, the biggest thing I can offer is when you get into the dungeons and stuff, save some cash, because you're going to have to equip your characters with torches and things like that. And there are some like little curios you can open up, and some of them give you negative effects. So you need to really practice, and I have my cell phone app open just to show me what items to use on what curios and things, and that helps tremendously. because you can receive positive effects for your characters as well as negative effects. And to clear the negative effects, you can't use the heroes. They actually have to go into a special sanitarium to either develop and keep their good skills or to discard the negative. So every time they're in there, you can't actually use them in battle. So I'll teach you some little tricks and tips to have a good party setup and how to keep your characters from dying. They will die, don't worry. You're gonna have to live with some loss, but in the long term of it, you can get them amplified and cranked up and they'll do you some good. So here's the intro. To move forward, click blah blah blah. I'm gonna skip most of that, guys, just to let you know.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Alright, battle.
Dispatch this thug in brutal
Oh, I
fashion,
will.
that all
Don't
may
worry
hear
about
of
it.
your arrival.
I'm gonna mess this guy up. Let's make him bleed. Open the veins to death. And we'll use a regular smite.
Press this advantage.
Oh,
Give them no quarter.
So as you can see, you have a very limited inventory, so that's one of the bigger issues. You're going to be coming across these really long runs and such. And here's one of those interactive objects, like a curio. Brigand's Tint. We'll go ahead and just open it. The tutorial's not going to hurt you.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
And now these guys are special. They take up 2
Send
spaces.
these vermin a
So,
message. The
certain
rightful
characters
owner
can,
has returned,
as you can
and
see
their
the little
kind
dots
is no
there,
longer
these
welcome.
tan ones tell you what position the character can be in and still do attacks. And the red dots are meaning the attack positions. So as you can see, with that guy having the double width, I'm not going to be able to get past him to this gunner. So I'm going to have to drop everything into this first guy and try to clear his corpse as fast as I can. So let's go ahead and open those veins again. Bam! That bleed damage and your blight damage later on is going to really help. And so as you can see, I can't hit that bat guy with any of my characters right now. They're only taking those 2 spaces. So we can either use this one in double strike or just use a regular old smite for full attack damage. So we got him to half in a turn. That's not too bad. And he critted me. You son of a... That's really painful. When the enemy crits you, it really hurts. So let's go ahead and keep him bleeding here. And we'll go ahead and just smite him. Now this first little tutorial battle, there was that blood damage. And as you saw, when he died, he actually didn't drop a corpse because I let the bleeding damage actually kill him. So that's a big tip too. If you use a special attack, it clears corpses. And that's a very, very good skill. As soon as you can clear the corpse, otherwise I'd be attacking a dead body just so I could get to this guy. Let's go ahead and finish him.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
And get our victory. And we completed the quest. And now, as you saw, there's still a chest here, so we can either return to Hamlet, or let's go ahead and continue adventuring so we can pop this baby open. We're gonna have our gunner open it, just in case it's bad. It's trapped. See? Exactly. So he resisted it, though, so that's good. It didn't hurt him or anything. Normally, he would have been blighted. So when you open items, you can select what character you want to open, unless they have a negative effect, like there's certain things makes one character automatically open everything, and that's bad because you can't control the damage. So we want to basically stick. Here's our effects. Let's see. You got a negative. So he's going to get stress damage when beasts attack, which is really crappy. And tough. So he got max HP. That's actually a really, really good one to get. That might be one that we lock in, just so we have a tank class, not necessarily is a tank class. That's important in this game too. You're going to have your blockers, and you're going to have your heavy hitters, and then you're going to have your magicians just drop down the damage.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands,
Yes.
they are yours now,
Okay.
and you are bound
Let's
to them.
do it. All these little quick tutorials popping up. That's just from a fresh game.
In
And we can
time,
watch our
you will
videos
know
again and
the
all that.
tragic extent of my failings.
Let's go ahead and check out the graveyard. No one in there
Most will
yet.
end up here,
They
covered
will
in the
be.
poisoned
Now this
earth,
stagecoach.
awaiting
This
merciful
is the
oblivion.
most important thing you can upgrade right now.
Women and men,
So let's go ahead and
soldiers
drop
and
some in there.
outlaws,
We're going to get
fools
our barracks
and
up.
corpses.
Bam.
All will find
and
their way
bam.
to us now that the
Okay,
road
and
is
now see
clear.
that we're low on paper, right? And we still need 4. I don't think we're going to be able to... You can click down here on this little symbol here and reclaim resources. So if I break open a statue, I can get more of these shields. So right now I'm going to do that. It's going to really help amplify the stagecoach as fast as I can. This is going to increase the number of recruits. So right now I can hold 16. So you're going to want multiple setups for multiple parties. And let's go ahead and get our paper going. And as far as I know, the only way to get more paper is to use these crests. So let's go ahead and get this to, let's see, we needed 3. So let's get 2 of those. Bam. And we still have 6 left. So we can go ahead and upgrade our network.
Word is
And now what the
traveling.
network is going to do
Ambition
is
is
it's going to
stirring
add
in
another
distant
recruit
cities.
every time we return to
We can
town.
use this.
So that's really good. So let's go ahead and bump that out and close our upgrades. And let's go ahead and get our Seeker Plague Doctor and our healer.
Better
These
laboratory
Vestals are the
than the
most
blood-soaked
important guys you
battlefield.
can get. They're going to be your healer process. These guys, they're basic Witch Doctor class. You can poison and blight is what it's called. But they can cause damage over time attack, which is really, really good. So basically that's all we have right now. I'm going to go ahead and do a dungeon, and then I can explain more of this later. So we'll embark. And right now, we just have the
Mecca
ruins
of
open.
madness
So
and morbidity.
this is going to tell us it's a
Your
short
work
dungeon
begins.
and apprentice level. As these guys level, this little guide here, basically, these guys are leveled up from the tutorial to 1, and these guys are 0. When they reach 3, it's going to turn green, and they won't want to take on a dungeon that's not going to offer experience. So that's why you're going to need a diversified party to be able to confront everything. And this is a good disease charm because it's a resist, but it's common and every class can use this. So any character I have can use this charm, which is good. So let's go ahead and build our roster. We're going to have our upfront guy because if you right click, you can see their stats. It's going to give you preferred positions, preferred targets. As you can see, he already has an extra negative. So that tutorial, just because that one guy did the critical, it really hurt me. But that's okay. Now for these, he's actually missing this battle heal. I'm going to change out this Bulwark or Faith to the battle heal. I can't unlock it now. It's a little expensive. I could unlock it. I'm going to save my gold though, because this first dungeon, by the time you go into it, you know, you'll build up experience as you go. And then this is a gunner. He works great in second position. As you can see, his attacks right here you use from second to third position. This guy from second position all the way back. And then this you can use on any slot. And this guy, basically, you want to look at your yellow circles. So that'll tell you a good positioning for him. To use his grapple shot's real nice. It hits multiple enemies. As you can see, your red dots right under it, they all connect. So he's going to hit the first 1, 2, and 3, which is good. You can do a lot of good damage overall. We'll put this guy on our third slot. He can go into fourth position as well, as most of his attacks are a back support, and he's kind of messed up too. Like all this stuff right here, these two are really good. I like using them, and these buffs here, they're okay. This one's great because it clears all corpses. You'll see that come into play. But let's just kind of jump into it. And the healer, she can go into basic any slot. I like to throw her all the way in the back though, because she does great. This Divine Grace is really good, and this Divine Comfort. This is a party heal, so I'm going to get rid of this Hand of Light and go to this party heal when I can. Now we're kind of stuck with what they give us, so sometimes you roll well, sometimes you don't. That's what makes this game very difficult. This menu here,
The cost of
before you
preparedness,
leave,
measured now in
this is
gold.
going to be one of the most
Later,
important factors
in
you can
blood.
have. Now if you're going into a short dungeon, you're going to be doing these short dungeons for a while just to grind and power, but you can get a max of 8 of these torches. I take a full 8 for the short dungeons. If it's like a medium or a long dungeon, you're going to want a lot more torches because your light value actually affects how well you attack, if you surprise enemies. There's a lot of little factors, and we'll get to them as we go. And then food, of course. So let's go ahead and get that up to 8. That's going to allow us to feed them, because randomly throughout the dungeon and on certain factors, there's negative effects that actually increase your hunger, and there's positives that decrease the hunger. So it's really important to have your provisions set. Otherwise, you're going to get in that dungeon and you're going to start hurting, and there will be no way to recover. You're just going to have to eat it. So it's always good to be stocked up. And right now our money's okay. It starts you out with enough. And the shovel, I don't know if we're going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and buy one because I have the extra cash just in case. And these items we'll actually be able to use. Bandages are really important. It'll cure bleeding damage. We'll get another anti-venom, another holy water. And let's go ahead and get some of these medicinals. That's just for debuffs though. The medicinal, it's not used quite often. And the keys, again, they're for locked chests. You can drop the item into a chest and then it won't be trapped and such. But a good thing with the chests is you can use this anti-venom and it kind of thwarts the negative. So we'll go ahead and get one more anti-venom and save as much cash as we can. And let's go ahead and try it out. These episodes are going to be a little different, guys. I think I'm going to tell the truth, these dungeons, by the time you get to medium and long, they take upwards of 20 to 30 minutes per dungeon. So we're probably going to do one dungeon per episode. So first thing I do, and if you don't move around, your candle will keep burning. Don't worry, this is a strictly turn-based game if you want it to. You can sit here, you can talk with friends or whatever. It's not going to change. This won't go down unless you're walking and moving. So as long as you stay still, you have time to think, you have time to react, you have time to develop a good strategy. So we're going to move to this first room here. It's going to put us into the hallway. Now as you can see on here, you have these little squares. And now since I didn't get a scout chance, sometimes this pops up and it'll reveal what's here. Now there could be random battles hidden in here, or there could be special items to pick up in here. So let's go ahead and continue on. And we'll want to keep our torch above 75, and here's an extra torch. Score. That's going to really help in the long run.
A fortune
As you can see, they stacked to
waiting be
8.
spent.
So before we go into this door, see how it clicked and it got a little darker? What we want to do is keep the light at a maximum if we can. So we'll go ahead and right click it. Bam! Lit it up. Because when you go through this door, it could be a random battle. You want that torch heated. There we go. Random battle. And see, they even surprised me. Even with the torch. So I'm getting really bad luck right now. But I think I can manage. So we're going to do this one. We're going to amplify our guy that's going to be able to really do consistent damage. Since our guy got held back here, this is going to be our main attacker now. So we're going to have to try to gut shot him. And got 3 and 3. Not too bad. These guys are pretty weak. And then this is a great attack. Because not only can you hit, but it's going to heal this guy for 3. But right now, we're going to use this dazzling light. We're going to stun one of these guys. There we go. It was effective.
The match is struck. A blazing star
So
is
he got a
born.
buff from out of stun. And as you can see, since he got pushed back from that damn surprise, he can't do anything right now. So we're going to have to move him forward. And they're just going to keep bashing me. It's all luck based, really. This game is one of those things where you get lucky sometimes, and sometimes they just run you. And there's those corpses. He's in the back row. We don't need to worry about it. Let's go ahead and stun this guy. We can't. As you can see, he can't hit first position. He can only hit 2, 3, and 4 spot. So he's ineffective right now. We'll go ahead and bump him back. And we'll stun him with our healer. And it killed him. So, win! So we'll take our money. And now, if you get into a battle where they kind of push you back and forth and all that, you'll want to reposition your characters. So here's our starting sequence again. This is their best capable spot. Let's go ahead and open this. And actually, let's go ahead, and not switch. My bad, my bad. Ignore that for now. Let's go ahead and switch this up. And switch these guys. Okay, so they're back to starting order now. So we're going to have our main tank open this, just in case. Contents are ours. So we got 2 shovels. See what I mean? I just wasted money.
Are often low on supplies.
But that's okay. So you select your next room. It's going to be right up here. Here we go. So this, I can use a shovel.
The cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Bam! And see, I didn't take any negative. If I would have cleared that by hand, it would have hurt me, it would have stressed me. And this little white bar down here, that's their stress level. That's going to be the hardest thing to negate. And he just hurt it real bad, that 17. But, that's okay. I'm going to triple hit. And let's go ahead and continue. Anyone needs healing, I'm going to go ahead and heal them. That's going to be her main role right now, is healing. And this little blight, this is great because it blights the second, like both of the 3rd and 4th slot. But right now, since they're close, I'm going to try to blight them up close. This guy right here is a little stronger. He has 10 HP instead of 8. So let's go ahead and hit this 10 with it. Bam! Blighted. So as you saw, it just did 4 damage. The blight and bleed damage is critical in this game. It's very, very useful. And I recommend always having a healer and a spell cast. And then these knights are very good. They have very strong attacks. Like this one, the Zealous Accusation, it's going to hit both of these guys together. Boom! And it dropped them. But now we got corpses to deal with. So, this guy's not going to be able to hit corpses. But this guy will go ahead. He can't open a vein either. So, let's go ahead and do a regular. This is only a damage down 25. So we'll go ahead and shoot this far guy with it. And I can dazzling light him. Bam! And we got a stun. He resisted. So sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. Let's go ahead and drop a plague grenade on him. And we got lucky. It killed him. So all in all, this first dungeon is going really well. I've gotten good criticals and see our light level. Use the torch, then proceed through the door. No battle here. Very good. There's that scouting. Bam! Okay, so we can look on this now. There's a battle room, or with treasure, and then a battle room with a curio. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. And as you can see, these little green icons, we're going to pick up a curio on the way regardless. So let's go ahead and go up to this top corner room first, because it's going to have some treasure in it. As you can see, the torch slowly trickles down, and these backpacks. Ooh, see, he doesn't like the dark. And he automatically opens.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Trinkets and
Paid
baubles.
for in blood.
And I don't know why it didn't pick that up. That might have been a glitch there for some reason. As you can see, I don't have that statue in my slot. This game, it has a way of just... It controls you. And sometimes it controls you in a good way. And sometimes it just rocks your world. Now this is a unique battle. This guy's going to cause bleed if he hits us. And this guy back here, he's going to stress us the hell out. So I'm going to go for him first. Let's go ahead and... We can't get bleed damage. We can hit him with the pistol. Or we can hit all 3. I'm going to go ahead. Let's hit all 3. And then this plague grenade. It can only hit him right now, but it's going to cause him some damage over time. So let's rock him with it.
Devastating blow.
Blight. Nice. As you can see, it was his turn. He took a massive hit of damage. So blight and bleed damage is really good. Try to eliminate the guys that are going to cause you distress. As you can see, I got bled. So we'll go ahead. Next turn, I can use a bandage and it'll be all fixed up. But until then, let's go ahead and keep them nice and healed up. Yep, I know. So we're going to select our bandage since this is his turn. Bam! All healed up. And now, let's drop some double damage on these front guys. 5 and 5. Not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, he got a good hit off. And this is going to make bleed damage, but he missed. Suck it, nerd. Suck it hard. And then, since I already got our last guy blighted, let's go ahead. This is going to cause blight damage as well. Let's go ahead and blight our big guy. Bam! So next turn, he could die from that. But, just to make sure, let's make him bleed too. Or kill him. So that was a great hit. That critical, it not only killed him, he's going to pull forward, but it made it so their stress levels decreased. That halo you saw, that's a good thing. Now let's see, I've never used Hand of Light before. So minus 20 damage right off the bat, and minus 7 accuracy. But it's good for Unholy, so these guys, they're going to hurt from it regardless. Let's go ahead and hit this front guy since the back guy's blighted. Got him. And we'll finish him off with a smite. He dodged. That's okay. This blight's going to kill him when it's his next turn.
A decisive
We didn't even have to worry. See, we did a great battle, so they all got happy. Now we got more crests to upgrade our town items, and we got some gold. Now this chest, you can clear these with anti-venom or that skeleton key, which I didn't waste money on because you can use anti-venom. Why the hell not? Oh, no effect. So maybe this isn't a chest, you can use that. But we'll still let them grab it. Get some cash going. And on to the next room. So since our main goal, our quest is to explore 90% of the rooms, we don't necessarily have to go down to this room. I'm just going to continue up and go along that top path there. And there's our torch going down again. Be sure we keep it boosted. Oh, and there's a hidden trap. That's okay. That's okay. See how it did 19 stress? So his stress level went up and it hurt him. So we're going to have to heal him up real quick. And I forgot my first rule. Move these guys back to their start order. There we go. Light it up. And proceed. And no battle in here, so that's good. We can just go ahead and move on to the next room. Here's another loot pack. Alright, we got food. So, with this food, since we have such an excess of it, we have 6 and 12, I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy, and we're going to feed him some food. Oh, he's full, so he can't even eat anymore, but got that health back up. That's important. And see, they got hungry, so if I would have been lacking food, I would have taken damage and stress. But since I have the food, bam, they all heal a little bit, they get a little less stressed, and light your torch before you enter. So there's a process to this game. If you play it careful, and you get in a bad situation, like the enemy just keeps critting you over and over, you can always abandon the quest. Now that's going to cause some stress on them and things, which may give you negative side effects, which is horrible to get, but it's better than losing someone permanently, because if someone dies in this game, they are gone for good. And here's another shovel opportunity, so bam. Good thing we got those extra shovels. That would have hurt me. So light it up and proceed. And here's our final battle for the room. This guy's gonna hurt. He causes a lot of stress damage as well. As you saw, he did another 19, which sucks. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit multiples. I'm not gonna worry about the bleed too much because my guy right here, since there's 4, he's gonna be able to blight multiples at a time. And they both got it, so suck it, nerds. And let's go ahead and heal our weakest. Keep him rocking. And let's go ahead and hit both of them, because as you can see, this will hit 2. This is great for damage, so actually I should smite. This shield guy's pretty tough. He has 15 HP. So let's go ahead and use this since it does 15% against holy. Or unholy, I should say. There we go. We got 8. The regular double attack might have done 2 or 3. Oh, stressing me out. This guy with the cup is a mean guy. We gotta eliminate him as fast as we can. So let's go ahead and shoot all 3. Bam! Got him. So they're not gonna be stressing me out anymore, which is really ideal. Let's see, we can stun another one, or we can cause a blight. Let's go ahead and blight the second guy since he has more health. And we got him. And it killed him. See how that works? Use that damage over time. It's very effective. And since this guy is so low, now we're going to hit our doubles because it's going to do some damage to this corpse. And miss the front guy. It's still got the corpse though, so it's going to clear up. Let's start healing her. She took a big hit that last turn. And there went that corpse because it was blighted. Alright, keep healing her. You're not going to die on my watch. And actually, let's go ahead and stun him so he can't hurt us anymore. And it flipped him to the front, so he's going to be not able to use his normal attacks, which is great. And maybe this will kill him. Got him. Wadoosh! And there's our quest. As you can see, it was only 90% of the rooms explored, so that one that we skipped, no problem. Open this up. Good, it wasn't trapped. And we got some busts.
Finding the stuff
Nice.
is only the first test.
And let's go ahead and complete
Now
it.
must be carried home.
Victory! That's what we like to see. And here come our upgrades for our town. We did good. We got 8 more shields, 4 more busts. And let's see what we get. So we got a positive perk. Negative stress damage. That's really good. You want to avoid all the stress you can. Oh, and this is going to hurt. The unholy guys, this first dungeon has a lot of unholy, so that's actually a really bad effect right now, but we can fix that later. And weld, so that's good with the scouting chance. So all in all, that first battle was actually considerably good for us. We did great.
The degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear,
So
when compared to the condition of surrounding
let that
acres.
stupid guy finish talking. Okay, so this is our little activity log. This is what happened in town while we were gone. So we completed that, and while we were gone, it unlocked the Abbey and the Tavern. Those are going to be used for stress relief. So we can go ahead and click it. It's going to explain it to us.
The
Get out of
cobwebs
here.
have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to
So
the
as you can see,
faithful.
each building has its own little upgrade as well. But for now, we need to concentrate on getting this stagecoach good, because we're going to need as many
Fresh
characters.
kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
And as you can see, they each have their own upgrades. They each require their own different materials. So this guy's going to have to go and get de-stressed. I don't like him over that close to halfway. But let's go ahead and check our stagecoach and see if we can upgrade it. We can't. But then again, it's paper. We don't have anywhere close to 8 deeds, so we're not going to be able to upgrade this time. But he offers multiple characters. Now this Hellion, he's another tank character. Actually, all these guys are pretty good tanks. The Man-at-Arms, he's a little varied. You can right-click and check their stats. This is very important before you recruit later on, because you don't want to spend the extra money to unlock these things. So you want to look for ones that have the attacks you want. And as you can see, this guy is set up pretty good. He's going to be a really good tank to put right up front, and he'll be able to hit multiple things with all his moves from that first position. So we're going to go ahead and take him. He's going to be one of our good backups.
The raw strength of youth may be
Now these
spent,
abominations,
but his eyes hold the secrets of 100
these guys are
campaigns.
special because they have everything unlocked always. Now he has some moves that you have to be transformed into a beast and use this transform, but as you can read through the stats here, it stresses the other heroes and stuff. When you basically become the beast, it scares the hell out of everyone. So abominations are great if you don't worry about stress. Now I was really hoping for the Hound Hunter. He has a dog, and he has a move that can reduce stress for everyone. But right now we're going to take everyone we can, because with these guys stressed,
Tortured and reclusive,
we're going to
this
have to
man is
have
more dangerous
as much
than
as
he
we can.
seems.
Now the Hellions, these guys are great tanks too, but as you can see, some of these moves, this one for example, moves them forward in position. So not only will you have to play to move your party around, but the Hellions can actually mess up the order. So I wouldn't recommend these guys as the best tank in the world. I'd stick with the regular Knights. They work great. But since it's beginning game, we're going to take all we can right now.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a
Okay,
powerful ally.
so we have $9,000, and we have a couple little things. If it uses portraits or the crests, we can upgrade something. Now what I recommend with the stagecoach, we can't upgrade it right now, so we're going to have to leave it be. So let's go ahead and upgrade the Abbey or the Tavern so we can get some stress relief going. And as you can see, this guy moves around and he takes the slot, which kind of sucks. Because if he's in the slot, one of these guys can't use that. So let's go ahead and take our regular guy here, and let's have him pray to a higher power. Okay. Now, he's locked in there. He's going to probably lose all that stress he has, all 4, but you can't use him for a battle. And then same goes for our healer. Now she's still stressed as well, but I need a healer right now in the beginning, so I'm going to have to keep her in one more battle, and hopefully we can keep her stress down. So as you can see, he's still good to go, he's still good to go, and our healer's still good to go. These guys are horrible choices. I usually don't use any of these guys. If anything, I'll use double knights and double healers. Works really good. But thank you guys, that was a nice little first step into it. There's a lot more like this blacksmith and guild. They'll unlock, and I'm going to make this a good series because a lot of people are having hard times with it. But for me, I haven't had too much. It took some practice to get used to the system, but I feel I could really help you guys out. So, hope you enjoyed. I'm going to keep it going. If you like it, click on the like, man. It really helps. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.